Hello and welcome into Sorare with Laird. Still can't get that intro video to work. I'm not even sure why. But anyway, I'm Andrew Laird. You can find me as Lairdino on Sorare. Here today to talk about what on earth happened yesterday. I don't know what happened yesterday. And that's not talking about my streams that also seem to not be working as intended. But, that's something that we can talk about in a little bit as well. Thank you to everyone coming in. If I could just get a confirmation that you guys can actually hear me, because I think it's working. Actually, I guess, hold on, let me see. Yeah, I think I hear myself. Anyway, thank you to everybody for coming in. Let's see who we got here. We got JPS first. Where were we? Then Philly Dilly. What does this say? Here to support JPS finally making it. That's right. And then Fraxy. Earth Hours come early this year. How about that? So thanks everyone for coming in. Mikey Baston, what's up? Surface to Air Missile. Anion. I realized I'm not putting these actually up on. There we go. Welcome to part 1 of an 18-hour stream. I don't think we're going to do that. That seems like a really long time. I think 2 hours is a long time. But anyway, Pico Player, I'm here for the conspiracy theories. I didn't have any plans on doing conspiracy theories. But I don't know. Maybe Sorare is using Laird streaming software. Low blow, yippee-ki-yay. Anion, you're not bugged. I don't know why the video didn't play. Like why you got the audio of the video, but not the actual video. Anyway, camera is too close to you. I mean, really? What does that mean? We can hear you, but are you listening? Your lips are moving if that helps. Thanks, Mike. Much appreciated. Anyway, lack of conspiracy theories seems like a conspiracy in itself. That's an interesting one. It's a good point, too. Anyway, as you guys can see in the top of the corner, today's stream is brought to you by MFL. We thank them for their sponsorship. If you're looking for a new football game, MFL is my favorite football management game, so check that out. I also have an MFL with Laird YouTube channel. I'll be on it tomorrow with everyone's good friend Sid. And if you want to learn a little bit more about MFL, you check that out. I thought you did it on purpose because of the Blackout pun. Oh, maybe I should have done that. Darn. Let's pretend. Can we go back and pretend that's what it was? That it was actually just, no? Yeah. Anyway. And also, while you're here, because you're here live, you are a member of the, Laird Social Club. And if you're watching this back, if you would like to become a member, there's a link in the description of the video to do that. Patreon.com/AndrewMLaird. Helps all the content get made, including this new way that I'm trying to stream so that I'm not fully reliant on Streamlabs, who may have the same dev team as Sorare. Who knows? Anyway, one of the funny things that happened yesterday when all of the Sorare rewards were bugged and everybody was like, oh my gosh, what's going on, was a reminder from our good friend Mike Baston, who was like, this is how it used to be. Sorare 1.0. There was a time when we had no idea when rewards were going to come. Mike, I don't even remember if it always happened on the day that the game week closed. Do you remember that? Or anyone else who's been here for a while? Dobbsy, thanks for coming in. Literally, it was the game week would end, and at some point in the next 12 hours, rewards would happen. And we just kind of waited. And then eventually there was like a Discord message, and it was like, hey, rewards are in. And it was like, okay, now we know that we can open our rewards. But literally, we wouldn't ever know. And it's just kind of a thing that happened. MFL sponsoring the show a day after after Sorare crashes is definitely a conspiracy theory. I don't think MFL has any reason to crash Sorare, right? Surely not. Anyway, but the funny thing about of what happened during the rewards coming out. So yesterday, I got my, like, when rewards came out, I went in immediately and claimed them. Like, I just happened to, we were waiting for a while, and then finally they were in, and it was like, hey, rewards are out. And it was like, great. So I went in and got my rewards. And so this is, Sorare said it would take 3 days for the card to transfer. It would, that also did take forever. But anyway, so I went in, I got all my rewards. I'll be honest, I didn't remember what I wasn't tracking everything that I won throughout the game week. And actually, I probably could just go back and look on Monday's Sorare Spotlight to see what I won, because obviously I pull up the site at some point and it does show you what you're winning. But at one point, and I talked about this with Harry, I was winning a tier 2 rare, and I was like, all right, I think that was from U23. And so I went in and I got my, I claimed my reward, got my tier 2 card, and then obviously everything just blew up. And it wasn't until today that I went in to claim my rewards. And so yesterday I was winning a tier 2 rare and a tier 2 limited. And today I won a tier 2 rare and a tier 2 super rare. And I was like, I don't remember the super rare. And I was like, maybe it's still bugged. And I did what everyone else would have done, and they just went to claim it. And I literally found out as I claimed it that I won this card, and I had no idea. And it wasn't until I had to go back and be like, how did I win this? And it was from this lineup right here, which apparently I finished 16th in All-Star Super Rare. And which is kind of funny, because I had been talking recently about how I thought about buying super rares for All-Star. And here we are, where the 2 cards I was not hesitant to play, but basically I wasn't that thrilled with, were Benny Traore and Dieter Villalpando, who plays in Chile now. But the other cards I was like, oh, these are pretty good. Unsane had a good matchup. He did lose. The Fuji 100 I wasn't expecting, although he has been really good. Ko Myung-seok is an interesting one because he plays somewhere, I don't know if it's Saudi or Qatar somewhere, but it's only Asian Champions League, but I played him anyway. Hasbulat, the GOAT there, Maxim, the other GOAT. And then all of a sudden it was like, oh my gosh, these guys did really well. Ko Myung-seok didn't play until Tuesday. So I went into Monday, or so I guess when I looked at my rewards on Monday, there was nothing there because he hadn't played yet. So it was a nice surprise to get that tier 2. What was also unsurprising was how bad the tier 2 was. I won a Christian Ramirez super rare, which is a card I will have to have forever because nobody's going to want that. And so I've actually, despite not playing super rare, despite not playing other than League Un super rare, I have now won or crafted 3 MLS in-season super rares, which I will probably keep forever because I don't think they're going to sell, which is a bit of a disappointment because I don't play and it's not getting me to play. But it is what it is. Mike said those were the days we had the gaps between game weeks as well. Used to close at 10 a.m. my time, and then rewards were pretty just whenever. I think they used to try to get them out by the current reward time. Oh, I forgot about that. You're right. It wasn't a game week start, game week ends. I think for me, it used to be 10 a.m. it would end. And I want to say 4 p.m. So Mike, would that be 9 p.m. your time? Does that make sense? Since the reward talk, can we discuss L10 of 38 with the last 3 of 5 played is now a tier 2 reward? No, we can't play that. Are the MLS super rares really not selling? Mine are not selling. These here are not selling. I did get an offer on the Kobe Henry that I probably would have taken, but it got canceled before I could. You're one card away from playing MLS Super Rare in season. I have two forwards and a defender. So I'm not sure how I'm one card away. I'm not sure I even have any classic Super Rares. Classic MLS Super Rares, do I? I got rid of them all. Yeah, these are the only MLS Super Rares I have. Which is kind of, I mean, it's not sad or anything. Sorare on tour. I was hoping this was an offer on one of my MLS Supers. But I wanted to see, how much did Christian Ramirez recently sell for? How much is my tier 2? Last sale, what do we think? $8? Instant buy 37, public offer 29, 12 was first auction. $12. I didn't even know he was with Galaxy. Galaxy, Austin. $12. Are there any other super rares on the market? Maybe we can be the floor for 1 ETH. $76. I'll go lower than that. I'll just list all 3 of them for the same price. Here we go. Ay. Always something. Now I gotta take you guys off so you can't see this. Not that like showing my random authenticator. Okay. Christian Ramirez is listed. Let's make some money. Just buy an MLS unique and voila. But I'm still missing a card. It's still not enough. Does Christian Ramirez, man. So he doesn't, what am I doing? I'm not going to play this. I'm going to end up playing him in an arena lineup. Because, Sanfrecce got the clean sheet. How about that? I forget who I was talking to about midweeks, and I was just like, not that I don't care about midweeks, but I pretty much don't care about midweeks. And so it's really tough for me to just like make lineups for it and care. So I'm obviously, I made this one. Here we go. Made these lineups, split my Bayern guys, so of course they'll smash. But I don't know. I just don't care. Hopefully, like this one could hit, maybe. This one. So I got, I don't know. But I guess the real question, you seem to be doing really well in All-Star recently. And what's funny about that is that not that I've gone out of my way. Well, I've considered buying cards for All-Star. Like we've talked about this before. And I haven't gotten to the point where I actually bought them. But like, should I be prioritizing All-Star? I don't know. It seems like a waste, but I've also like wasted money doing other things. So why wouldn't I just waste it doing this too? But anyway, the thing I wanted to talk about today was more about whether we need to consider platform risk like this. I think it's been pretty obvious that that the site has been a bit buggy lately. I'll put it that way. I feel like Hoodwink's super busy with people who are like, hey, this isn't quite working. Hey, this isn't quite working. And it made me wonder if like that's something that we need to start thinking about ourselves. And not that we're going to stop playing Sorare because we're like, the website might not work one day. But it is kind of a risk. No? Like that's how I'm starting to wonder. Is this something we need to start thinking about? Now, there's nothing we can do about it, obviously. but I don't know. That's what I'm doing as well. I sell my limited classics to buy rare classics. You sell your limited in seasons? Tomorrow's stream is not carrying the key to winning All-Star. I've been tempted to pick up some Argentina cards, etc., as there's no in-season for Contender. You'd pick them up for All-Star? No in-season. Oh, in Contender throughout the summer. There we go. Yeah, I do wonder about that. I obviously have a ton of Argentina cards already, and Paulo Diaz doesn't even really play anymore, which is quite disappointing. But there's really no reason for me to. Yeah, there's no reason for me to buy more. Oops, sorry. Hatlingen said, I don't know exactly how well the fix went, but by the looks of it, I actually think they handled it pretty well after the initial disaster class. They got everything back up and running in good time. Before the weekend lock, and the site was only completely down a few hours, considering how big of a fuck up it was. I think it was dealt with well. But then here's the key. It happening in the first place is bad, though. Yeah, agreed. Yippee-ki-yay said, I'm also getting rid of all limiteds. I've done that before. Ooh, here we go. FYI from Behab. Good to see you, sir. The bug was from removing a postponed game from the game week. It removed the lineup scores and didn't properly rescore them before the game week. Was that the Ulsan game? Ulsan, I forget who they were supposed to play. Seoul or Gangwon? Seoul, I think. Is that really what happened? That's how the bug came? Because they removed the postponed game? Like, genuinely? JPS said the platform isn't finished and still acting like a startup, which was fine 6 years ago. At some point, they need to progress to a professional outfit or risk these problems constantly. Behab said, I think so. So the super frustrating, like if that's really the case, and I'm in no position to say whether it was or not. If that was the case, that's crazy because that match was postponed days before the deadline and kept showing up in the lineup builder. And they can blame Opta or BPro or whatever for that, but yeesh. Yeah, Mike, that game was there. Ulsan Seoul. Yeah. It was the K-League's fault. Sorry, not sorry. Man, that's wild. That's genuinely wild if that's what the issue was. And it's possible that was the issue. But I guess what's weird to me is that, so I guess postponing it removed the lineup scores, but it's not like there were any scores from that game anyway. You know what I mean? Like, why would that? I don't know. Frankly, not that I don't really care what the reason was. But they fixed it, so that's good. It probably shouldn't have happened in the first place, so that's bad. But it is what it is. Yeah. The game was shown in game week scores as it didn't started still on Monday. So I remember on Monday, when I was going through all of the different competitions and the scores, it said that that the K-League matches were like 80% done. And I knew they were actually completed. And somebody pointed out it was because that Ulsan game was still showing. Yeah, I guess. Didn't we see some other stuff about potential manual intervention fucking it up even more by rewarding wrong game week rewards? Maybe. I don't know. And Don Q, it does feel a little bit like there have been more bugs since they announced their downsizing, which isn't surprising. But we also have to remember that it was significantly, it's a significantly large website, meaning there is a lot that goes on this site. There is nothing about the site that is simple. And I'm not even talking about in terms of UI, basically. And so that's one of the things that we always talked about on Sorare data, because I think Sorare data being a much smaller site than Sorare, even though it had a lot of the data, like we didn't have to do a lot of the stuff that they did, running all the contests, getting all the lineups in, distributing rewards, the marketplace in itself, being able to take bids, max bid, all this stuff. Like it's a very complex site. That doesn't mean that they should be okay with having mistakes here, but like there is a lot going on. And then when you basically reduce the number of people who are working on it, it's just not a great experience for everybody else. For the users, it seems. So do we need the K-League at this point? Yippee-ki-yay. Of course we do. Speaking of the K-League, here's Yorkie Will. Have they put too much on the site now to maintain properly? No. Absolutely not. There should be way more that can be done. Yeah, no. I just realized my mouse is there. Yeah, no. Ade said, evening all, personally didn't mind waiting for my rewards. Crafting a vendor helped with that. Yeah, I bet. My crafts were not that great. I'm not even sure. Can I craft right now? I mean, I can, but should we craft one? Let's see what we get. Why not? Oh, tier 2. Vamos. Okay. Just getting my Sorare inside. Because I'm going to use some. Can I make myself? Can you see all the cards? Yeah, you can. We need the K-League so that people like Laird can waste money on it to keep Sorare going. Yeah, I think that's right. Anyway, let's see. I'll spend the other 2,000 essence. Craft simulator. So we have Denmark. Is that Bosnia and Herzegovina? In Portugal. Special tier 2. Setup clues. Do you guys, I'm actually curious about this. If you use the, let's see, I don't want that. I don't want J-League. League de, who could that be? New Zealand? New Zealand and League de. Ben Old, who I have like a bunch of already. I don't know. Cape Verde. Guys going to the World Cup. Cape Verde and Portugal. I know I'm not showing you guys all of this stuff. Sydney Cabral is the tier 2. Let's see. Do the highest tier first. I don't want to. I don't need that. It's 3 Messi. There's no Messi here. So we have Denmark, Bosnia Herzegovina in Portugal, France Ligue 2 could be anybody, Eredivisie could be anybody, J-League could be anybody. Do I just take the J-League and hope it's somebody sellable? Cape Verde, Portugal is the sporting guy. No, it's Benfica. Sydney Cabral. Scott SPFL is the one. Surely 9 for your league on streaks. Get a nice Dembele. So this one, that's got to be the upside. This is France League on every day of the week. Dedic is one. Oh yeah, Dedic is the only one. Like this is Dedic right here. The J League is Wakizaka. That would be fun. Do you have the best 5 clues? I don't have the clues, but it doesn't matter. They're all tier 2 and I don't know. There's no guarantee it's like finding out there's a star in here doesn't change anything for me. So like, why would it help? Like looking at this thing, can I pull this in here? Like this is all I've done, these 3, because the other ones are just like Denmark, Eredivisie, Japan, France, Turkey, Germany, could be anybody. So like if I got highest tier, oh wait, sorry, you guys can't see this. I'm gonna make myself a little smaller. Oop, hold on. There we go. So that was Ligue 2 in the bottom. Knowing there's a star would eliminate possibilities. I think Ligue 1 is the right choice as well. See, Anion, I was willing to use the clues because it was a tier 2 room anyway. But yeah, let's just get a Dembele and be done with it. Jean-Victor Makengo. So there was Dedic. Markman would have been fine. I don't know what a Matoki Hasegawa is. I think I have a Makengo, by the way. Yorkie said definitely the Scottish guy who's Luke Graham. Ozan Kabak. I like that it's special tier, isn't it? Yeah, it guaranteed to be at least tier 2 or better. 0 better than tier 2. But Makengo, I thought I have a Makengo. I was almost certain about it. I have a different Makengo. I have Jordy, and this is Jean-Victor. But I thought, man, I wonder if I don't know. But I now have 2 guys named Makengo. I don't know if they're related or not. But I have them. So that's fun. Poor room. Basically no one good, which is what crafting is right now. JPS, I feel like you've been a bit negative on Sorare recently. Is that true? See, now if you had taken tier first, you wouldn't have wasted league and nationality clues. I don't think I would have actually, because like everyone is a tier 2. I say that like I got this Nico Mantle yesterday as a tier 2. I won this guy, Moses Usor, who actually looks pretty good. He was a tier 2. What's he go for? In season. Anyone going to pay me $20 for this card? Like I could use this in Challenger this game week, even though I play limited. In fact, I only have 3 challenge. Oh, I got to take Batahoff out. Anion said would only use clues when there are stars, to be honest. I guess. Yeah, I think I would have wasted it on a league clue anyway. Tell that to my Yamar, Lowen, Muller, and 2 starting goalkeepers. Were those tier 2s? Surely not. Ymar is up. Yeah. JPS said it just feels like they're taking lots away while trying to squeeze more money out of their customers. Any errors and becoming more and more common. Yeah, I'm not going to argue with you on that one, to be honest. I think they've had some pretty significant issues lately. Batahoff is out for 1 to 4 weeks now, which is kind of a bummer. We'll get Moses in for now. And Weiwu was probably out too, which is another bummer, as I go for the 4th streak without Sporting or Braga. By the way, crazy to think that J League only has 4 more match days than Bundesliga. You mean like in this mini season? Maybe I just need a break from it. It feels what was great initial concept might be slowly dying. JPS, I would argue it's better than ever. That doesn't mean it's certainly not perfect, but maybe you do need a break. I think you did the same thing with MFL. You took a break and then came back. I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. Hold on. There we go. Crafting exists to reward the bad cards. Good cards go to people higher on the leaderboard. The hope of good cards and crafts exist to make pulling a bad card more palatable, like a slot machine. So, Behab, I think you're definitely right about that. The lack of rewarding tiers 4 and 5, do they still do tier 3, 3, 4, 5? Means those have to go somewhere. And so a majority of those cards get distributed in crafts. Like, totally get that. I would argue against the good cards go to people higher on the leaderboard after my Christian Ramirez super rare. That surely could have been in somebody's craft. But you're right. Reasonably, most crafts are supposed to be bad because they're not rewarding those on the leaderboard. Topsy said, maybe take a break from in-season, maybe. Not as much pressure to get money back straight away. That's a fair point. I do find one of the things that I was thinking about during all of the DNP conversations that kind of happened over the weekend, which was basically me complaining about Olise not playing, ending my streak. Then, of course, he gets 100 in the midweek. But all of the people who are anti-DNP and all this stuff, and the whole, like, it's part of the game. One of the things that was not part of the game previously that is now part of the game is this added pressure of I have to win quickly. And that's where the passionate opinions on finding a solution for unknown DNPs comes from, that we're now playing a game that has this inherent pressure to get things won as quickly as possible. And feeling that way is not awesome. And so that's sort of the issue, which is why I was talking about, although somebody took my words completely, they weren't even out of context. They just like didn't get it. But what I started my K-League video recently with sorry, hold on. Saying that in-season rare K-League could be my last in-season competition that I play on Sorare. Sorry. I'm literally texting in the middle of a stream, but I needed to figure that out. Anyway, And I'm in this weird spot where I play K-League, which is probably the hardest league from a information DNP situation. Not only for finding out guys were hurt, excuse me, seeing that guys were unexpectedly out, but then finding out why is also really difficult. And without some sort of DNP solution, it's tough for me to kind of like want to keep playing in-season competitions. And so the point of that video was, yeah, it could be my last one, but like anything could be last. I wasn't saying this. So the tweet said something that like I announced that I was done playing in season, which was funny because that's not at all what I said. But the way that the game works now, yeah, there's a pressure that there's really nothing you can do about it. Like, yeah, we all want to win as quickly as possible, but it's totally out of our hands. And so when we start to work in a situation like that and then get a DNP that's out of our control, like you're going to have a really negative feeling about it. And have I had some success in classic competitions lately? I've had success in terms of finishes. The cards I'm winning, I mean, the bear halter one sold pretty easily. And I'm pretty sure I saw that my bear halter sale was the only secondary market sale of a bear halter rare so far. But it's not overly like you lose some of the fun with the pressure. And I know that sounds weird because like in sports, a lot of time, like there's pressure, but there's still fun. But the problem is that the pressure comes not from whether I'm making the right decisions, it's whether I'm making the right lineup guesses. And that's the frustrating part about it. That I could make all of the right calls, like my Bundesliga lineup last weekend. Like I had, without knowing anything, with the fact that I'm using, there was nobody that projected Olise to sit. And I needed 380 points to extend my streak. And I scored 344 because my captain, Michael Olise, had 0. And then he comes into this midweek and scores 100. And I feel this inherent like pressure to get my streak back. Oops, sorry, I thought I had this screen up. So basically, I needed 380 to extend my streak. I scored 345. Here you go. With that Olise 0. And then he plays midweek and bangs 100. Which like just tilts your face off. The entire reason I moved from limited to rare was leaderboards, really. It's a lot more fun for me. Anion said, I agree. I don't mind if DNPs stay in classic, but in in-season they are completely miserable. They're certainly more miserable. Yeah. Also think streaks kill scouting for 1 week where you could find some good matchups. I also hate SO7 and no single league classic. Why do streaks kill scouting for 1 week? Yeah, this is what I meant. Like, doesn't streaking encourage scouting? Arena for life. I got to set my arena lineups. That was another thing that I couldn't tell if the game week had closed so that I could actually set my arena lineups. For those of you who were here yesterday, Harry forced me, was that yesterday? Yeah. Harry forced me into an in-season MLS leaderboard lineup. This is what I'm playing. I bought Gavran, Engel, and Gilivogi on stream. This Eustachio I had already, and obviously it was in order to play my Messi on the leaderboards. And then this is a arena lineup that I made. I bought Mikovic 2 weeks ago, I think, and Hezar Khani yesterday, and then Jack McGlynn. But can I add? I got to go back here to add another one. Dobsy, what do you mean you can't believe it was just Harry forcing you? Cannot believe that it was just Harry forcing you. Assuming you're on a streak already, it does. But then if you don't, but if not, then you don't get the benefit of that scouting if you're on streak 1. The Grand Prix should solve that, JPS. Eustachio missed the midweek game entirely. Is that good or bad? Can I force you to do the same for Prem? Like Prem arenas? I don't really want to do it now because like the season's kind of close to an end. I'm not totally against it, JPS. I just want to see. So the reason why MLS is kind of easy to play is, come on, my God, there we go. The reason why MLS is easy to play is because there are a lot of low L10 goalies. Eustachio missing was good. Figure he's nailed for the weekend now. Okay, great. Great. It was a joke. I'm pretty sure I was the one who said you had the Messi, so you may as well get a lineup. Yeah, you're right, Dobsy. It was you. I bought a Gavran today, says Ed A, so expect an error led to goal or red card this weekend. Heavens no. Philly Dilly said, I could see the argument that the streak scores are so high at 4th or 5th, it diminishes scouting since the pool of guys that can clear 80, 90, 100 points is so small. Yeah, but that doesn't, like, just because you only have a lack of scouting on those two doesn't mean scouting's gone. Remember at the start of the season when we had the debate about adding Wrexham to get more people on Sorare? We did have that debate. You're absolutely right. Can we find that? Let's see. Sorare Andrews. Did we actually put Wrexham in the title? There it is. Here. Oh, wait, hold on. Does Sorare need Wrexham? Anyway, so let me see here. Goalies in the Prem. L10. I get, oh, hold on. Kinski 64. That's kind of funny. I'm not going to lie. I bought Gilavogi and Guilherme today to go for streak 4. Wow, big ones. So let's see here. Yeah, can I just do starters? Let's see if this actually works. Donnarumma. So I guess enough people. Pickford at 50. I don't want to buy any of these guys, but whatever. So like, yeah. GPS, I'm not, or GPS, Yorkie, I'm not totally against it. Does Sorare need Tottenham next season? Kinski L10 about to drop a bit. Yeah, I guess so, a little bit. I think what I'm doing in MLS can be copied in any competition. So the weird thing is that my MLS Arena plan was originally just, can I get Messi into Arena, which I've started to do, and I actually think I missed it last week. Like, I think my Messi one didn't end up doing anything. Let me double check. Yeah. Oh, because of a DNP. Like, this works if Nealis plays. How far away was I? So I was 52 points away from third. Yeah, I mean 1 point away from fifth. Now XP, I don't consider XP as much of a reward, but sorry, but it is what it is. And then I did one in rare. Rare one I don't think hit either. Oh, 500 XP. And that's with like a bailout Daniel clean sheet. But for, I don't like, what's the equivalent in the Prem? Like, can I fit Bruno in? And not to say that it has to be something like that, but I don't have any 73. I don't think I have any Prem limited cards. And I'm not sure it's worthwhile doing it in rare for me. Let's see. Yeah, like these are all of my, well, I don't even know why Kendry Paez shows up here. Did he go back to Chelsea? I thought he was at River Plate. Yeah. Do they have him as a Chelsea player now? No, River Plate. I don't know, whatever. If Vicario wouldn't have allowed a goal after getting subbed at 17 minutes, does he get a clean sheet? I think so, actually. Carl Darlow for the Wales World Cup run. Probably not. Dobsy said, I think the reason MLS works also is how long you've got to play it now. Maybe at the start of Prem season it works. That's what I was going to say, and then I started going into it. I suppose with Prem it's still division, so you'll start in D3, which is rough. Oh, Yorkie, this was just to play Arena, not leaderboard. May as well get a lead stack with Ampadu and Rodon if all goes well. This is not what I'm doing. Philly Dilly said, Prem actually isn't bad for Cap 260. I played that most of the season and did okay. You don't have monster teams. You don't have complete garbage at the bottom, so it gives you flexibility. Surely I'm not about to start buying Prem cards for Arena. The other funny thing is that I bought all these MLS cards and I'm not playing I'm not doing late entry stuff. So everyone, I'm trying to think of when I started this. It was this card this Chris Brady card. Of course, Chris Brady starts it. But from Chris Brady all the way to this entire row, from Sakaris to Cade Cowell, who I just noticed is part of the same collection, all the way to Gilavogi, I bought recently. Because you'll notice these are all classic cards. Let's see what this collection looks like. I assume there's like a Christian Espinoza somewhere in here. And let's see. There's Marcinkowski. Oh, Marcos Lopez from Copenhagen. Sorry if you heard me like slurping in there. Hamira Montero's in Turkey now, but apparently not playing. There's Espinoza. And the other thing I really like about Arena, which you can tell from all of the cards here, is that I can buy a 0% XP card and be perfectly content. Like this card literally has 0 XP. Wait, that can't be right. Total XP 0. Oh, this is my vault level. Sorry. I thought that was the card level. I was like, how is that possible? Weird strategies all falling under the 6 degrees of Chris Brady. I keep forgetting that league-specific arenas award neutral essence. Think the arena strat would be more attractive if the essence actually was specific. So, Don, it can be specific if that's what you play. So I was talking to Bob Flynn about it, Orange Fly, yesterday, because he was like, do arenas give you neutral or all-star essence? which I think is a lot of people's questions. And the answer is neutral. And so he's only playing MLS right now. So playing MLS wins you MLS essence. Playing arena gets you neutral, which is just more MLS. So like that's how it's basically like you can get single league essence through arena if you only play one competition or one whatever. So we'll see. Shout out to Graham Lowson, who just subscribed to the channel. I got a notification here. I can't put it up on the screen, but Graham, I see you. Thank you very much. I was trying to get to, so the weird thing about YouTube, and I've talked about this before, maybe I'll save this for like a Friday stream where, you know, we look back. Oh, so, but I was going to say, I've gained like no subscribers over the course of the season, which just seems like weird to have like none. In fact, I lost a bunch. But Graham here, who just followed, is the 5,000th. And 5,000 followers really isn't that many, really, when in the world of YouTube. But we're now at 5,000 here. Where can I? Hold on. There we go. We made it. Which is funny because as part of all of this new streaming software that I'm using, there was going to be like a subscriber like count, not like a progress bar. And it was like, oh, what do you want to set it to? And I was like, oh, I'm close enough to 5,000. Then I'll be, you know, that's cool. And then here we just did it. If I unsub and then sub again, can I be the 5,000th? No, but Dobbsy, it doesn't work that way. But while we're talking about subscribing, patreon.com/Andrew M. Laird. Another place that you can subscribe. So yeah, I don't think, let's see. The other thing obviously is that like classic limiteds are fairly cheap. James Garner, $8. Man, I actually might have more rare Prem cards. I mean, I absolutely do. Oh, Yorkie Will, let's go. Thanks, Yorkie. That's very appreciated. I wonder, what does this do? Whoa. Sorry about that. Yorkie gifting a membership in a members only stream. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I probably should have said something about that. But Yorkie Will is a goat anyway, so there's that. How many are subs on both YouTube and Patreon? So really, I think that literally might be the first YouTube sub. I haven't really talked about that much about getting people to subscribe on YouTube or becoming like Laird Social Club members on YouTube, which they absolutely can. And as you can see, it's quite easy to gift people. Maybe we'll do a public one so we can gift some more. But my priority is always to get people onto the Patreon. And I've kind of explained previously why that's the case. But it's a decent, like everybody is on Patreon. What percentage of the money do you keep from that? I don't even know how much that membership is, but I get 70% of all YouTube memberships, and I get 92% of every Patreon membership. Dobbsy, yes, you're the first. I think. I'm pretty sure. Uh-oh, did the stream die? What happened here? Can you guys still see me or no? I can't tell if this is my own. Oh, okay. You guys say it's fine. Great. Sorry, my little tracker here seems to not be working. Anyway, so yeah, these are my Prem cards, which is funny that I have 4 like from my Strasbourg collection. These guys are all here. Although Bakwa, yeah, like the Chelsea guy, Sarr is back at Chelsea. Diarra is at Sunderland. Yeah. And Andre Santos at Chelsea. And there's my double tell. They're my, so it wasn't Streamlabs then? Well, no, so it's very strange that you guys can keep seeing me because I was like trying to track it strangely on an iPad, which is not working for some reason. But yeah, I won this Dwight McNeil a long time ago, and then I bought this Ganage, Mikolenko, Onana, and Garner jersey mints to boost this Dwight McNeil, and now it turns out the other cards are boosting Garner. And then I had, so that's, what is that? 5 cards from my Everton collection. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards from my Rennes collection, 4 from my Strasbourg collection, and like these are my Prem cards. You have a Garner, basically a Bruno. Great line. You have some solid Prem rare there. So no, oh, actually I do have a goalie. I have Leno. And actually Leno, L10 of 35. Who do they have next week? Forest? Oh, let's see what we can do here. Why not? Let's just see. I don't have to necessarily light the essence on fire right now. Premier League cap 260. Is this rare? No. Leno is brutal, 0 clean sheets. Well, I mean, that's just like your opinion. I mean, it's actually fact, but whatever. Anyway, Leno, this is can we get Bruno in? Let's just put Bruno and Garner in. This is going to be tough. So we have 84 points left, which is not that many. Sarr, any chance Sarr starts? I think we might be out of luck with getting both of these guys in. Like the problem is that even if they played, let's see, Cherky, 57 out. This is what I would love to do, Cherky and Doku. But now I have to play Andre Santos. That's pretty much it. Oh, I guess I could play Diarra. Can I? Oh, wait. I think this card, is this Diarra card a? I could just click on that, but. So fun fact, Diarra's rookie cards are forwards. Yeah, he's a mid here. But like I could play this. Playing, this can't be right. Bruno, Garner, Leno, 2 others. Bruno. Yeah, I can't fit the 2 others. Easiest man to convince into something new. You're not wrong. I think that's partially why you guys watch, because you're like, what can we convince Laird to do now? Yeah, Garner away to Arsenal is not the matchup I want to play. But Diarra, I mean, that's not fun. And Truffert, like, he's fine. And like, is Cherky even going to start? Probably not. Oh, maybe, I guess, with Madrid. You know where we go from here, right? Garner is fixture proof. No, that's not a thing. Let's not lie to people. Like here, Man United, 46. Jeez, what a season he's had. Mikkel, yeah, that's at Arsenal. What did we say? 48. So let's do what any upstanding Sorare player would do. We go to the market and we find the best player we can who has an L10 of 48 or below. And we'll just, oh wait, no, we need a prem. Do I want to spend, I don't want to spend $25 on an Adam Wharton. But Palace against Leeds, that's, oh man, that's actually quite tempting. It's not really that tempting. From here we go to super rare. I'm not doing that. What point striker to use Garner? I don't want to use Garner. Let's be honest. Come on. Make sure I'm not playing midweek. Mike, honestly, I'm not doing this, but we'll see. I never understood what they did that. Who's Liverpool have? Do I just plow into an Ekatike? Spurs? That's a nice card. This is where I'm like, what's the oldest Ekatike season? Is it that one? Is it the honeycomb? Yeah, it is. I did not. Wait a minute. This is like a player edition without the signature. What is this? Sir D. Calcius, who got this card for nothing. This is Hugo Ekatike's account. How about that? But why is there no signature on this signature player edition card? That's funny. I agree. That is a weird card. But anyway, I'm not going to buy Ekatike to do this, but this lineup with Ekatike, I mean, I don't really like Truford either. Eze, if he starts against Everton. Andre Santos, who I have, right? Like he could have fit in here. Just like that. For somebody who plays rare arenas, is this doable? Laird, you brought the joy of Sorare back to me. Genuinely, this is the content I've been craving, so thank you. What is it? Just like the scouting stuff, or is it like what? Or just the I was going to say degeneracy, but that's not fair to me. But let's see, Adam Wharton. I wish Wharton had previous cards. I don't really love. For some reason, I don't like that this season of cards. This one. I don't know. Something about them that I don't want to buy them. But we have, what is the previous? How many does he have here? Oh, I didn't know he had these. Yeah, those are cool. Anyway, we have anyone here we want to buy? Foden? $48 for Foden. Like, what on earth? What are we doing? I feel like that lineup should be doable in cap 260. This one right here. I mean, it has Bruno, so it has a chance. But like Cherky may not start, and if he doesn't, not that I have to put the lineup in now. Who else can we get? Oh, Marmouche. He's a funny one, Marmouche. But it's so the kind of the idea here is, can, if I buy a bunch of these cards, like, can I play Prem, basically Prem Classic through Arena? Like, Mamardashvili's starting now, right? I don't know how long Allison was out. There's Tell. Actually, it's funny to me that they now have EPL Launch Edition as like a special. I guess they just say card edition, not necessarily special edition. What jersey mints are on the market? Daniel James, Buendia, Kenny Teta, and Sam Johnstone. Are you telling me that there are 0 classic Premier League jersey mints on the market? 0? Oh no, I'm sorry. That's jersey edition. Excuse me. Here we go. I forgot I had to. It was totally different. So the Dwight. Oh, that's not the collection I have. Where's Dwight McNeil going next year? I feel like Laird doesn't like my suggestions. Yorkie, wasn't your suggestion to play Prem? Like, here we are. I think I heard Allison could play again, but could play on the weekend. Oh, all right. This is So Rare 1.0 content. Is it, Mike, though? Because we're making arena lineups here. I feel like we're just. Sorry, oh yeah. Man, $6 to get the Jordan Henderson Ajax jersey mint. How about that? Can someone buy this Dwight McNeil so I don't? Anyway, of course, this is now like, wait a minute. Oh, wait, and that's actually, hold on, I forgot this. We have others. I wish I liked this, either of these designs, and I really don't. That's everyone? Yeah, that's not very exciting jersey mints for the Prem. I'm going to go to MLS and see what's here. Although I tend not to buy a little Marco Reus jersey mint. Scouting for cap fitting players is totally So Rare 1.0 content because of Underdog. Okay. Or Specialist, actually. Either one. But I see that, Mike. Yeah, I see that. But let's see. You have a Timo Werner, Leipzig jersey mint, Marco Reus, the Stuver signature card on the market, David DaCosta, Cifuentes. I won a Jose Cifuentes once. I don't think it was the jersey mint. Yeah, it wasn't mine. Let's see. Danny Pereira. A lot of in-season ones. Stefan Fry, big head jersey mint. Hazel. This caveman guy owns a lot of them. Appreciate that. Nathan, I'm literally just like, my eyes just glaze by the last 2 seasons jersey mints. I feel like they're trying to make them more special. I will just give you the $3 if you want the Dwight McNeil card. I I can buy it myself. I don't know. Do I really need 2 Dwight McNeils? Is he even staying at Everton? Sean Nealis. Behab, why don't you own this Areola? Oh, Ruve is selling it. Liquid. I have such a problem with Ruve saying he's liquidating. So, like, somebody used this as a, like, Sorare's dying the other day. Liquidation of gallery at fixed prices is the total opposite of what a liquidation is. Oh, DaCosta's back this weekend? Is that right? I have his limited card. That's why I'm like... Anyway, that's probably why you can't get it, or why you won't get it, Behab. And Bizo... Yeah, anyway. Hold on, let's go to DaCosta. Who's been taking sets instead of DaCosta? Yorkie Will, did you buy that card and are sending it to me? Oh no, Matthias Jensen. I'm not doing this. Well, I don't want to say I'm not doing it, but let me have some time here. MLS Cat 260. What is DaCosta's L10? 36 at Houston. Don't love the away guys. Zink has been so bad, but maybe he comes back. We've got Brady against DC. Oh, wait, I wanted to do Lloris and Palencia. A little defensive stack there. DaCosta, Zink. Guilherme against Portland, against DaCosta. Rusnak against San Jose. He is away. That's the move, Yorkie. Force him. Also, there's a few guys like Caveman I won't buy from. So, Behab, it's easy to not buy from Caveman. Oh, I have the 1 of 100 Areola. Okay. It's easy to buy because they never sell. I have shed loads of McNeil. You got the inside scoop. He will be good again. No, it's just that his jersey mint was on the market for $2 and whatever cents. Is it the floor? No, it's not. It's this one though, right? Yeah, $2.69 for a Dwight McNeil jersey mint. I really like this design, this card design. It's one of my... Anyway. Yeah, I don't know about DaCosta. 36 is real low, though. Like, if he starts... Do we have... Does Deke do Portland still? DaCosta nowhere to be seen. Early draft, though. David DaCosta is back, maybe from the bench to start with. Away on a Sunday night has been good so far in MLS this season. That's a funny dynamic, or a funny observation. And if Laird is a sucker for anything, it's jersey mints. Yeah, I don't know what it is about them. Is this Yorkie still? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why I like them so much. But anyway, I actually can get a decent lineup here anyway. Soletros, and then still 62. Peck. Didn't Peck... Yeah, Peck suspended. And Rusnak? Oh, wait, Soletros... Oh, I have Soletros in my other lineup. But if we play Rusnak here... That's a Rusnak jersey mint, by the way. Respect that. Anyway. For a McNeil, you need to think like a Neil and offer $200 for that card that then counter with 20p. That's not fun. That's not fair, I mean. That Portland write-up sounds like last week's. Oh, maybe could be. A little copy paste. So oops, there we go. What do we have left? 44. Robin Ladd, Zuni, Gallagher. Oh, Sakaris against Seattle. I know Seattle's a bad matchup, but being at home, we're moving in the wrong direction here. Ladd. Oh, hasn't even been starting. If anybody from Sorare is watching, I would love to see if a player was subbed out as in addition to whether they came on as a sub. Oh, I do have a Soletros. There we go. I feel like I'd rather play Soletros than Sakaris. Like, this is a pretty decent lineup if the Fire can get their heads out of their asses. That's a failing phone signal. That's funny. Larry, do you ever think you get distracted by very unimportant things regarding player pickups? What do you mean? What do you mean by that? Like, what do you mean by that? Like, are you considering what I'm doing here dumb? But I'm not sure that's like getting distracted by unimportant things. None of this is important, realistically. Orlando sacked their head coach. Maybe we'll be good this week. Jersey mints, sexy cards, etc. Do you mean, do I buy jersey mints and sexy cards instead of non-jersey mints and ugly cards? Like, do I spend more on those things? Like, if there's, so actually, the clearest example here, is there one here? Yeah, Mikovic and Hezarkhani. Like, I am buying cards for Arena. But if you look, let me get all the MLS guys in. I won't overspend. But if you notice that most of the guys that I have like these vintage, these are special edition cards. This Raul Gustavo card I liked, not because it was honeycomb. Well, probably a little bit because it was a honeycomb, but because it was a Corinthians card. This RDP was like the oldest one that was there. But like this drives me nuts that he never got a picture. But so yeah, if there's a jersey mint or a special edition card that is somewhat similar in price, I'll buy them. Like similar to the floor, I'll buy it. Yeah. I feel like you would pick a card that was honeycomb and a jersey mint over a guy with a better matchup. I could be wrong. Oh no, no. No. I don't do that. And actually the card type plays almost no role in my lineup builds. Like none. Every so often, if I'm just messing around, like I made a full River Plate collection lineup. That might have been before promotions and relegations, but like no, I don't make suboptimal lineups because of the cards, but I will buy cards because they're special edition, for example. Yeah, I will. And I don't know if that's dumb or whatever. I don't think it's necessarily being distracted. Um, but I think that there is a reasonable, like, I think the special edition cards, some special edition cards, will are more valuable. Like, I think when I come time to sell the card, I would be able to sell it for more than I bought it, or more than the others that are there. That doesn't mean I'm going to buy a Nathan Harriel jersey mint, big head jersey mint, just because it's there. Ryan Gauld. These are all the MLS jersey mints. I didn't do rare last time. It was just limited. There are not even that many of them, to be honest. So only the same guy, but a preferred design. I get that. I pay over a little for designs I like. Yeah, that's all it is. I definitely tried to make a jersey mint lineup recently, and the bummer about it is that you would never know it was a jersey mint. Like that all of the cards were jersey mints. Sorry, I just wanted to see what the floor on Areola is. Ruve wants $31 for this jersey mint, and the floor is literally $1. Like, that's how you have cards forever. I really thought I had another Makengo. Actually, I wonder if I can. Let's see. Would I have traded it or sold it? Let's see. I think I can do it this way. This is coming along, by the way. Jersey Men only challenge series when. I think it's just too tough. ROI groups. This was just me tracking, see how much I got on my Yarbrough. But surely there's an easier way to do this. I just don't know what it is yet. All right. I think I can. Makengo. There's Jordy. Oh, I did. Jean Victor. This is the same guy I had. Let's see what I did with this Jean Victor Makengo. I'm sure the full River lineups were midweeks before the separate Euro comps. So, Mike, it was more recent than that, and I only remember because I had Pallavicino and Paradella playing, and they were in Mexico. So it was the All-Star lineup. It was it was SO7. It was Franco Armani, Paulo Diaz, Gonzalo Montiel, all of whom were playing for River Plate. Paradella and Pallavicino, who were in Mexico. Julian Alvarez, who was at Atletico Madrid. Maybe Man City. I doubt it, though. And I don't know, somebody else from that collection. I guess I could just look to see. We think he's in my vault. It seems like a random card to. Yeah, not in the vault. So what is it? 320. This is the guy I just won, wasn't it? Jean Victor? Yeah. $320 was the number, huh? Oh. $320. Oh gosh, come on now. 3. That's the best we can do. All right, season, honeycomb, 320. These are completely out of order. So now we just, oh, it's literally the first one. Traded 4 years ago. Oh, I sent it to Pavel 4 years ago. Is it weird that I remember that I won this guy? There is exactly one Pickford Special Edition Super Rare, and it's just an okay animated one. What was the price that? Oh, was that the Yarborough price? Oh wait, so this guy got Makengo by trading Finn Stokers and Kim Dong Bum, and I sent it to Pavel with Cameron Harper. Can you guys see this? Yeah. Here, hold on. Let's see how absurd this trade is. So Cameron Harper, who's now vaulted, Riyad Boudabous, Luke Browers. Surely these are all. Mark McNulty, these were all rewards. Amy Mabika, Carlos Acapo, Jean-Victor Makengo, there he is. Kaida Barre. All right. I can't imagine what I would have. It's got to be some random limited, obviously. Jonathan Gonzalez rare. Do I still have this card? I do. Why do I? Oh, no, I don't. Luke 88 has it. So I love this game. So then I traded that card to Sir Hiss, along with Moses Nyman, who may have been a tier 1 reward at the time. There's Gonzalez. JPS said, Mark McNulty is the worst striker I've ever seen put on the hoops, and that's saying something. Anyway, Gonzalez, Wooter goes, and $12. Oh, God. Who is this, Sir Hiss? For Warmed Omari, part of my Ren collection. And then I'm fairly certain I ended up getting another Omari. I think I have 2. Oh, maybe I don't. Oh, no, that's the only one I have. I thought I got the jersey mint, but I guess not. But I had to get Omari for the Ren collection. My complete Ren collection, that is. Sounds like a cereal bar mascot. That's a great one. You know what's fun is that I had nothing to talk about today, and we've gone for almost 90 minutes. Is it pronounced warmed or warmed? I have no idea. Genuinely no clue. Yeah. Anyway, I say that, but I'm done. So I really don't have anything else to say. So yeah, there's that. But sorry, pulled up there we go. So yeah, thank you everybody for coming. And I appreciate everybody, working through all of the tech issues that I've been having. Obviously, I do lots of work with Sorare, and so it's just seeping over into my streams. But everybody who is here live means you are a member of the Laird Social Club, and I'm very thankful for all of you who have joined. If you would like to join, you can do so at patreon.com/Andrew M. Laird. That's the best place to go. You can also become a member on YouTube. Somewhere down below me on YouTube, there is a join button, and you can see how you can join through YouTube. Don't even have to leave the site. But, Patreon's still better. So check that out. Once again, today's show brought to you by MFL. If you're interested in joining MFL, There is a link in the description of the video for that as well. And so we very much appreciate them. MFL is a football manager game that I have been playing for just about a year, and I love it. It's tons of fun. It is not fantasy sports at all, so don't think it's like coming in to find a new fantasy game for you, even though there are other fantasy games that are quite fun as well. But anyway, that's the MFL, or that's for MFL. If you have any questions about it, I'm happy to answer all of those. And I will be doing an MFL stream tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern. And yeah, there's that. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Please like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Shout out to Quinny. I'll be back tomorrow for Sorare Andrews in addition to the MFL stream. And maybe everything will be sorted on the site by then.